particular trip up to Lake Michigan, Sue, Willow, and I made a couple short getaways close to home. In May, when Willow was just over 6 months old, we returned to one of our favorite places in Ohio, Mohican State Park. Nestled among rolling hills and dense hardwood forests, Mohican is a place where the air always seems a little fresher and pace naturally slows. Willow continued to show that she felt right at home traveling and living in the motorhome. Our campsite backed up to the clear fork of the Mohican River, where we spent quiet time simply sitting and enjoying the steady flow of the water. We set out for a short hike along the riverbank as the first spring flowers were in blossom, but the walk was cut short when the trail turned to deep puddles from recent rains. Still, Willow enjoyed exploring, and Sue and I were reminded what a good hiker she was becoming. For our second short getaway in Ohio, we left in late July when Willow was almost 9 months old and headed north to Lake Erie and Geneva State Park. The park sits along a stretch of shoreline on Lake Erie and is known for its wide beaches, winding paved trails, and views of the lake that seem to stretch forever. Geneva offers a mix of campsites with breezy open spaces along the water, as well as quiet wooded campsites a short walk to the lake. We had one of the many great sights in the wooded portion of the campground. Our stay at Geneva was short-lived though. The heat was simply too much to enjoy. We skipped hiking altogether, but we did manage a slow walk down to the edge of Lake Erie, where Willow found a patch of shade to rest and cool off. Even in the heat, she seemed happy just being by the water with us. 3 weeks after returning from Geneva State Park, we packed up our motorhome again. This time we were headed north to Michigan for a longer adventure. Our plan was to spend time along the shores of Lake Michigan with stays at Holland State Park and our third visit to one of our favorites, Ludington State Park. For our first stop, we left Columbus and drove to Holland State Park, one of Michigan's most visited state parks. Holland State Park is known for its wide, sandy beach and stunning views of Lake Michigan, with the iconic Big Red Lighthouse standing watch across the channel. The park has a classic lakeshore feel, always alive with people walking the boardwalk, heading out to the pier, and watching the boats on the channel. The park has 2 campgrounds, each with its own personality. The beach campground sits just steps from Lake Michigan, offering the sound of waves and quick access to the beach. The Lake Makatawa campground, located a short distance inland, is more wooded and sheltered, with larger sites and a quieter atmosphere. We had a very shaded campsite at the Makatawa campground. It was an easy stroll to the channel for Sue, Willow, and me to watch the boats parade out to the big lake for sunset. Nice shaded campsite at Holland State Park in Michigan. We're heading out to the boat parade for the sunset at Lake Michigan. Let's go. Let's go. That's girl. We went down this way yesterday, didn't we? Come on. This way. Come on. Stay here. She's coming. She's coming. Here she comes. After spending 3 days at Holland State Park, we took a short 100-mile drive north to Ludington State Park, where we stayed for 5 days. Ludington State Park sits between Lake Michigan and Hamlin Lake and is known for its beaches, sand dunes, forests, and scenic hiking trails. It is one of Michigan's most popular parks for camping and outdoor recreation. The park has 3 modern campgrounds. The Pines Campground is closest to Lake Michigan and offers quick access to the beach and the trail to the Big Sable Point Lighthouse. The Cedar Campground sits in a central location within the park and is known for its convenient access to both lakes and several trailheads. The Beechwood Campground offers spacious wooded sites near Hamlin Lake, making it a great spot for easy access to water activities and nearby trails. The Beechwood Campground is our favorite. We were able to book a very private campsite backing up to the woods. When we weren't out exploring and hiking the trails, we enjoyed just relaxing in our tent. Very early in our stay, we decided to walk from our campsite to the beach and sand dunes. This is an easy and beautiful walk along the Big Sable River. With a section of the shoreline open to dogs, we were excited to see whether Willow was beginning to adjust a little better to the water and waves. Catch some grasshoppers. Come on, girl. All right, let's go. Oh, I see them. go. The Lost Lake Trail is one of our favorite hikes at Ludington. It leaves the Beechwood campground and is a scenic 1.5-mile loop that winds through wooded dunes and along the quiet shoreline of Lost Lake, a small cove of Hamlin Lake. The trail crosses boardwalks and small footbridges, offering close-up views of the water, marshes, and wildlife. It's an easy, peaceful walk with a nice mix of forest and lakeside scenery that we looked forward to taking again, and with Willow for the first time. Oh dear. Oh, I see him. She sees him. You see? A lot of them. There's a baby up there. What is everything? What is that? Good. With me. With me. Girl. Good girl. Me. Let's go. Come here. Okay, that way. Where's mommy? Eve? Okay, come on.
Good girl.
Very sandy. That far down. Almost back. One afternoon, I jumped on my electric bike to head out to the Big Sable Point Lighthouse. The ride follows the peaceful curve of the Big Sable River with shaded stretches and glimpses of the water as I headed through the heart of the park. The path led me through the Pines campground along the Lake Michigan shoreline. From there, the ride continues onto the long, straight gravel road that takes you out to the Big Sable Point Lighthouse. Surrounded by the dunes bordering Lake Michigan, the path is wide open, breezy, and beautifully scenic, ending with the iconic lighthouse rising above the shoreline. Each morning, Willow and I settled into a routine we both loved, our quiet walk through the campground and on the boardwalk along the Lost Lake. It was a peaceful start to the day, a simple stretch of wooden path that somehow made the whole campground feel calm and welcoming. On one of our last mornings, Sue, Willow, and I set out on a quiet hike, leaving the campground and following the path past the old Hamlin Village Cemetery, with headstones dating back to the mid-1800s. From there, we continued down to the Hamlin Dam, where the sound of rushing water filled the air, and then followed the boardwalk along the Big Sable River, leading us to a trail that took us back to the center of the park. It was a peaceful, unhurried walk, one that tied together history, scenery, and the simple pleasures of exploring the park together. Water is so crystal clear. Let's go. Yep. Our trip to Michigan was a relaxing stretch of camping, hiking, and exploring the shores of Lake Michigan. At Holland State Park, we enjoyed the boat parade at sunset, a must-see in this area. Ludington State Park's beauty is truly unmatched, framed by Lake Hamlin to the east, the Big Sable River to the south, and Lake Michigan to the west. There was so much to see and do, from the beaches and dunes to the iconic lighthouse and the easy, peaceful walks along the river and lakes. Michigan is a state that has offered us so much over the years. We can't wait to return to its beauty and the water.